start at the bottom.
We're live? Okay, cool. Hey, we're live. Let's go.
Oh, okay. What is up, everyone? Joining me is Gulu Hind and GLG Pikazu. I am Chroma. We comprise 3/5 of the Spring 2015 San Diego Power Rankings panel extravaganza for The Cure. Thank you for joining us today.
I like it.
This was quite a quarter, huh?
Oh yeah,
It was pretty ridiculous. Yeah, there were a lot of close ones here. It was a really hard one to make, I think.
A lot of stuff
my
happened.
first one, so.
Some people did really well, some people sucked and then did really well. Some people did pretty mediocre and then like much less mediocre in a good way. NorCal got destroyed.
SoCal got destroyed.
SoCal got destroyed. Zephyr murdered some people. Yoshi is better than all of NorCal.
And everyone lost to everyone else in SD.
You know, that's really the thing. The last couple periods were marked by consistency, I'd say, where you really didn't have that many people outside the top 20 beating the top 20. This is not the case this period. I mean, everything happened. I think like people ranked 50 and down took games and sets off of people much, much higher. San Diego is getting a lot more tumultuous, as it were.
Yeah, for sure.
Some crazy stuff could happen today. Mike Tran has lost to the abstract concepts of.
It really speaks a lot for the newer players, especially those below the top 20, because they've really put in a lot of work as well. And like, while we're only acknowledging the top 20, you know, those guys also have improved a lot. They're also, you know, huge powerhouses. We need to, you know, train them and get them up there to get them hurt as well.
So that they too can destroy what's supposed to be the second best region in the world. What are you even doing? Please stop losing to Yoshi. It's not even funny anymore. Like, we have to hear it. Like, we have to go home and like Trickle Man has to like. We all like to watch L, and now we can't watch L anymore. Oh yeah, so shoutouts to everyone who helped compile the pictures for this, including the panel. Leland, Trickle Man was a help. Zephyr was also a help, but he doesn't know why yet.
For everyone's knowledge,
The tournament
does not delete photos from his phone, so he has about like 8,000 photos. So if you're ever around Leland and you don't think you want a photo
Don't be around Leland.
Yeah. Always on his phone, never deletes photos.
Yeah, no, you should be
Bad
around
things will
Leland.
happen.
He's a great guy. There were some incredibly strong players that were not active. A little bit, you know, Leland is not going to be ranked. Boo, Leland.
It's a buster.
Yeah.
And his brother,
also his little brother, is formally into retirement. So that's happened as well. I really look to see some crazy things coming out of San Diego. Some people that didn't make this list, for example, made it out of pools of press start. You know, it's good to see San Diego coming into its own. We're gonna win Evo,
So
that's
pretty
gonna happen.
ridiculous, yeah. But it's only a 3-month ranking period, so you know who knows what's gonna happen next time. Anyway, let's
get into it.
Started, yeah.
Let's start with number 20. Who do we have here?
Does anyone
doing
press the slide?
Is Koji?
No. Well, let's talk about
talk
this guy
about
first
this.
before we hit the slide.
Wait.
So
Before the slide.
this is someone who is who I would call a friendlies god of San Diego.
Definitely.
He's done things to people in friendlies that have made them leave the room, possibly quit the tournament, and their careers and possibly lives. He once told Kreger at press start, I believe it was in round 2 pools, down he was to his last stock, something like 130% versus Kreger, who's one of Santa Barbara's strongest foxes. He looked to Kreger and said, "Watch this." And then 0 to deathed him. It took him to game 3. He told me Forte Freak and Ty didn't seem very good. Both ranked in Arizona. Ty ranked very high. Some ridiculous things. Once told me don't cry after I beat you in tournament. I did cry. It did happen.
Yeah.
So for this
Right.
and really just a solid ranking. You know, some losses I would say to people outside the top 20, and that's really a marker of San Diego's strength, I would say. And so at 20 we have PTRK.
Samus!
We got the Samus squad growing scarier and scarier in San Diego.
Yes.
I, for one, do not welcome our Samus. So
He's here.
Patrick is not here. I believe he is in
NorCal.
NorCal training with Weed Lord. Good.
In various fields.
We don't have the characters up here, but he is known for his Samus and his Sheik. I believe he also plays some
He
Fox
beat
too,
Yoshi
right?
Yeah, he beat Yoshi very recently with his Fox secondary, meaning that
Very
his
impressive.
Fox is better than L. So
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Patrick,
Well,
I think
congratulations to Patrick. Number
Patrick
20.
sixth of this pool in round 2 press start, not round 1, which is pretty solid. I think that's one of the better performances out of any of us. Did not win the Arcadian. Shout out to SKSK.
SKSK.
SKSK drowned him.
Samus Slayer.
Drowned him in the pool.
But he is new to the power rankings. He had a couple really good wins this season, which made us want to put him on there.
And he didn't lose to Eltro for the first time.
No, he did not. Yes,
but
he has a win over Yoshi.
If you lose to Eltro,
over TP Fox. Okay, well you can explain that later.
1-0 TP Fox, 1-0 Chroma, 2-0
yeah,
Guru.
and one win over Jake.
Notably,
pretty
undefeated versus Black Power Ranger, who is somewhat of a Samus Slayer, I would say.
No, I beat him the first time he came to the train. I beat him.
Yeah, well, you not inferior, Caleb.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to hold that, Caleb.
Every time.
Samus Slayer. Wait, he's playing a different character.
Okay, well that would explain a lot. We see a lot out of him, and the fact that he would not make maybe a 5-person UCSD team speaks to their strength and how badly San Diego is going to destroy everyone in the Melee games. Not even going to be funny. Just it's going to be so bad. We have the list right here. It's okay.
I know that one. Did you change it though?
No. This is fine. It's right here. It's right here.
This part's fine.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Anyway, number 19. So this next guy.
he's been up and he's been down.
Yeah, definitely. This guy has some of the best wins of the lower ranks,
and some of the worst losses anyone's ever seen in his life.
He's definitely very very scary to fight in bracket. I personally don't like fighting him.
Another person who has beaten a ranked player in NorCal and also lost to Tristan's Rule twice.
Worth noting, apparently.
Yeah. It's good to see him perform well again. He's taken a lot of time off to focus on school and our stream, the production. Incredible. It's good to see him back at his rightful place, perhaps, on the PR. We have, at 19, GLG Kuma.
Woo!
Our streamer.
And of course, he's hitting his E-Sync.
And
that's his power juice right there.
That's how, either controlling the stream or vaping. Those are his
so let's see. He has a win. He's beaten the entire Fox squad. No, he is 1-4 versus Zephyr. Did he beat JJR? Okay. Well, Eclipse went to the Navy.
Not this season.
Okay. You know, just really solid records versus everyone. Not quite. He didn't beat East Coast Jeff this time, but Jeff is gonna have to worry, as it were, in the future. That's one of my favorite Koji stories, when he beat East Coast Jeff, and Jeff, so stunned, just said nothing and walked out of the venue and out of the tournament and just wandered east until his shoes wore out.
Until he was home on the East Coast.
Back to the East Coast.
Back to the East.
East Coast. We have some questions. Koji, are you going to Evo?
No.
No. All right. Great hype.
So, yeah.
Nah.
Fantastic. We were looking to see him commit some national tragedies to some other people's ranked players, as he's done in the past.
I'll go to Foundry at time to time.
You go to the Foundry. Koji's going to the Foundry again. That'd be fun. Shoutouts to the Foundry.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to him.
Shoutouts to L.
So yeah, good job, Koji, getting back on the power rankings.
Good job to you.
Congratulations.
God damn it.
It's good. He's been very busy with the stream, so that's very, very notable to get on the power rankings on top of his stream work. So I think that's
Everyone give Koji a hand.
yeah.
Good job, production!
Thanks for the stream production. Thank you.
Patrick doesn't get shit high fives.
Okay, so next on the list, we have someone who is, man, this guy scares the shit out of me. I'm not going to lie. Like, in his play, he's beaten some incredibly powerful players in matchups that he likes and some that he doesn't like. He is also kind of inheriting Michael Tran's joie de vivre, shall we say, for pursuing people in an extracurricular setting.
PP.
Yeah. This man is off the chain. How do we say more about it without giving up who it is?
Without giving up who it is?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about some of his notable wins. He is
2-1 versus Zephyr.
Yeah, he's undefeated versus PTRK, undefeated versus Kuma in two occasions. He's 1-1 against Gulu.
Well, good stuff, Gulu.
Which is really good. Saying a lot about Gulu, but
power ranked people.
And then he's lost to a number of very good
strong players.
Yeah, very very strong power ranked players, which is somewhat to be expected. But yeah, he does have some very solid wins over there and some very good wins over number 19 and number 20. So. Yeah. Number 18, we have
San Diego Chic Squad's resident V-Destroyer, as he puts it. This man scares me. TG Devastation. Shoutouts to him and Kestrel. Really, you know, Triton Gaming's really done a lot for San Diego. The Tri-Weeklies, TRY Weeklies. We look to see those back again. Look at this cutie. Look at him. He has beaten Lucky in a set. Lucky went Marth, but I mean, that's still pretty good.
That's still very impressive.
And then gave up the grand finals, right?
Gave up grand finals, went home, probably
like, nah.
to go scream at women or something. I don't know. I don't know what he does. Whoa. It says it right here on the sheet. It says it on the info sheet. It's not me.
Well, you shouldn't be reading for that.
Yeah, okay.
Some of these things are very.
Yeah. So I mean, I made amazing strides very quickly. UCSD Sheik squad just absurd. No one really wants to play them in bracket. They're awful, but a good guy.
Luckily, they only go to last stock.
Yeah. Luckily, they only go to last stock where they beat up on Turok.
Yeah.
Turok has taken probably 80% of his tournament losses to number 18 and number 17 as well. We have another member of the Sheik squad.
Spoilers.
This man, he's hard to keep track of because he doesn't show up to much, and all of his tags, you know, I've heard he's got a think tank of about 20 or 50 people that he pays probably upwards of $70,000 a year each to come up with as many tags. My favorite probably Ogre Triforce over the years.
Did you hear
That's
about today? The Shrekleration of Independence.
the Shrekleration of Independence.
In honor of America's birthday.
USA.
Where's he? He's here too.
He's in the corner.
He's back in there.
hiding.
He is
There
one
he
of the
is.
tallest members of San Diego Melee, I would say.
Number 17, we have Shrek.
Change the slide.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, it's Shrek. Everyone.
Slide change. And Shrek! This is literally the only picture we have of him. This is him in real life. He's forced many people to get out of his swamp, notably Turok 3 times. He's peeled TP Fox and Zephyr like layers, I would say. But notably, yeah, we'd love to see more data from him. Poor Turok. Face Roll couldn't do it yet, but Shrek and Diva certainly did. Turok eliminated from nearly every tournament by the people that he drives to the tournament.
He also he's 1-0 against King Andrew, who was previously ranked, so a very strong player. And he also actually beat me at a most recent tournament, which was a very good win. I had a lot of trouble with that one. So
Yeah, we'd like to see him and David out a lot
Yeah,
more.
definitely.
We'd like to see other regions just get completely destroyed. I remember the first time that Squid came and played Shrek, and he walked into it pretty happy, and then went to game 3, and it was pretty close, and he just walked away. He's like, that guy's Nara's out of shield, or perfect every time. Was he cheating?
He was like, I found my custom.
He also looks like Squid a little bit. Squid is not taller than Shrek, which means Shrek is.
That's
the
why he's so good.
Because he's taller.
Yeah. Okay, next we have probably the best player in San Diego, I would say. No one has ever beaten him.
Number 16.
Number 16. Number 16. No one has ever beaten him except for 17 and 18. He is not banned from the Foundry, but he is currently banned from the PR panel. But we do love him very much.
Yeah. Turok also doesn't have that much data.
He is the Vasily Ivanchuk of San Diego Melee.
He destroys people when he goes to tournaments.
Which is not often.
No.
But it's always fun to see him in or out of a tournament.
Yeah.
Out more often.
Ian's already kind of given away, but yeah. So we have Turok the Dinosaur Hunter.
We have Turok the
at
Dinosaur
number
Hunter at 16. The man is unbeatable. He did lose to Donkey Kong at the recent Foundry. But that Donkey Kong did also beat SFAT, so I guess San Diego is not that terrible. I would really like to see Turok a lot more. The man is an animal.
He has some strong wins. One against Trickle Man.
2-0 against Yoshi.
1-1 versus TP Fox. 1-0 versus
Chroma.
Jake
2-0 versus Meru.
Another Marth player who we've seen is a very strong up-and-coming player who we've seen a lot of recently, but he's still fairly new. Very young, but we expect to see a lot out of him. But so the victories over him are very strong.
Look to see him on the UCSD, the Melee Games team. That is going to be some ridiculous stuff.
Oh.
Everyone is going to, if Face Roll can't beat him, nobody can ever beat him because Face Roll is the best player in the world. So okay, that brings us to number 15.
I think 15 is a really good lower and upper bound for a lot of different players. He kind of makes this wall, and then you're either above me or below me. There's someone who really solidifies that spot as well. He's got a lot of good wins, a lot of kind of weird losses.
Hooray for that!
Yeah.
But very good.
But overall, a very strong
these
player.
stats are wrong.
Very consistent.
These stats are wrong.
If we get the right stats
Let
here.
me change them to my better matchups here.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's better.
Yeah, Turok is 0-1 versus King Andrew's bullshit Falcon.
So anyway, number 15, we have our very
the worst, the
commentator
gravy
here.
of the Fox squad.
Chroma.
That would be me. Good job, me.
Chroma. Shout outs to Alex.
Yeah, shout outs to that. Shout outs to me sleeping.
Highlighting his ups and downs through.
It's just really, sometimes it's the good times, and
He
sometimes
beats
it
good
is.
people, and sometimes he hits the wall.
Sometimes it's the bad times. No, FF3 resting me. I guess on that. We'll see what I can do. Not confident. I did lose to Weed Lord, so that did happen. Let's see. Trico lost to me a couple times because he sucks. The same goes for TP Fox and Zephyr. I would say I seem to do well versus the Sheiks. Me and Yoshi are somehow 2-2. I swear I beat him more. I must have been high. That is just not true at all.
This sort of marks like a good tier list on our rankings. I think the next 4 or 5 were very hard to sort of arrange. We knew they were all clustered together, but we didn't know exactly how to place them all.
Yeah, and then they all had really stupid data. Like all of a sudden, this is not the right list.
Yeah, no, this is the original one, but this
yeah, okay, so we got that. Okay,
yeah, that's okay.
So at number 14, we have another one of the rising stars of San Diego. It has been an absolute pleasure to see this guy that just get better and better and better.
No one can hate him.
No one can.
He's so lovable.
It is impossible.
He's a very nice guy, which actually is very ironic considering the character he plays. He plays a very mean character. I don't like it. But
yeah, he's been turning heads with his recent improvement. Third at the Arcadian. He destroyed NorCal.
Yeah.
NorCal he beat L, Berto, and Gar, who were all ranked somewhere in the 11 to 13 region in NorCal. So we figured NorCal isn't that good. I mean they're pretty bad. They're not a solid region at all. And really there's not much to be said about beating up NorCal scrubs. So
maybe I think that just shows that our number 14 here is just very
better
good,
than number 11 in NorCal.
He's very good.
Yeah. So we have our very own Yoshi.
My teammate.
I am fine.
He wasn't fine.
He was not fine.
It was perhaps not fine this day, but he has been messing people up lately. He has wins over TP Fox, JJR, Zephyr, Goose, Chroma, Tricle, Russ. He did beat Zach, which is a pretty solid win, I would say. 5-0 versus Koji. Rest in peace. And that's not an easy matchup normally for Sheik. I was sorry, Koji.
What's your record against me?
Not good. Very bad versus Koji, as it were.
And he has no real losses.
Yeah,
he's lost to Chris Best and Meru as his worst losses.
All right.
But Meru,
Black Power Ranger got him. Black Power Ranger wanted to play him at the Arcadian.
He did get him that one time.
Did beat him, and that's very impressive. That's some good stuff. So really exciting to see Yoshi get better and better. He's beaten 3 ranked players in NorCal, and he is just starting. But NorCal, I guess, isn't that good, so that only brought Yoshi up to 14. Unfortunately, maybe NorCal should practice more and get good. And then maybe Yoshi could have gone up higher. But okay, that brings us to number 13, who also committed some 13 also committed some out-of-region atrocities, I would say. Extremely solid player. He's been kind of busy with some extracurricular stuff, I would say, like a night job.
He's got a really weird work schedule.
He's got the weirdest work schedule anyone's ever.
So now he's retired to one tournament series, along with another large group of players. Yeah. Comes to last stock only.
This is honestly a very hard call with all of the people in this ranking period. In this ranking, they all have very solid wins. So this is a person who has almost beaten multiple ranked SoCal players.
He beat Connor.
He beat Connor 2-0.
He did beat Connor 2-0. I believe he was very close to beating Squid.
He was incredibly close to beating Squid.
Yes. And who else did he play? I forget what was the other one. Is it written down?
I mean, that's really the thing. I would say that Zephyr got way better than last period, even though he's ranked less highly. I would say this is just a testament of all San Diego.
I think San Diego is just a lot stronger now. So number 13, we have CG Zephyr.
CG Zephyr. And we always have to put Zephyr's family on this for some reason.
Because he is a family man, and
he is a family man. If you remember the last PR, we put his wife and his kid. I tried entering a tournament as Zephyr's sister, and Zephyr beat me worse than I've ever.
They look identical.
They're identical.
And then he looked at me and he said, "I don't like my sister. This was a bad idea."
He's making the same face right now as he is.
It's the same face. It's the same face. We love Zephyr. Always good to see him.
Any of you in bracket, $20.
Done.
All right. Absolutely. So that is not Zephyr. Just to clarify, that is Lady Zephyr.
That's Lady Zephyr.
So Shout
That's a little
out
misleading.
to Zephyr and Koji's family, who is being coached into the dirt right now. And for the next PR person, I want to talk about what they've done in the game and what they've done outside of the game. Recently, some very powerful results. And you know what? I think it came after he established the San Diego Big Brother program, I would say. So that's a big spoiler. Our number 12 has beaten Locke 2-1 on Zephyr, 1-1 Tricle, 1-0 me, 1-0 Goose. And he has some interesting losses as well.
He sucked ass at the beginning.
It made me really sad. It was truly a... we couldn't rank him 9th or 11th, I'll say that. That is how badly it went.
This was one of the hard things for the panel to decide. How much skill towards the end versus skill in the beginning.
Yeah.
We knew at the beginning when he was getting
He's getting worked.
That's not
for no
his
reason.
level of play.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
he's established himself a
losses
lot
are
better.
losses,
But the L's are real.
Yeah.
But okay.
Mostly because it was me.
At our number 12, look for him to take a lot of heads over the next ranking period. We have another GLG. We have GLG Pikachu.
It's hard to see that little face, but that face is so good.
He has snuggled his way
fine.
into the top of San Diego once more.
That's another I am fine.
That picture happened last night.
That was last night.
That was last night.
Alan almost escaped this ranking period without a picture like this, but he did not. He did not escape.
Leland in the back repeats.
Technically this morning.
Technically this morning.
This morning, yeah.
All right.
Oh man.
And the pictures only get better from here. Let's go to the next slide immediately.
Number 11.
So at number 11, we have, it's not TP Marth. It's not TP Chic. It is TP Fox. Looking like Pew Pew You, but much whiter.
He's in a band, I've heard.
He is about 5 feet taller than this right now. He has beaten Zach in 2 sets. Those sets were bullshit.
Roy Dittos, Kirby, whatever.
We do have to say that.
Character.
Pretty even records versus people around his level. 1-3 against Zephyr, 3-1 on Yoshi, 1-0 Rita, 1-3 Tricle, 5-2 Chroma beat Al twice.
He has a lot of good data.
Even with Shrek and Trog, Gulu did beat him.
Aha.
That's an 0-1.
I'm one of those people that weighs these guys down.
Beat Fist Mexico.
Yeah, fuck.
Beat Fist Mexico very badly. That should be said. Yeah, and so TP Fox has had a pretty solid quarter, I would say. That was San Diego. Right, so that's an 11 spot. Let's get to 10. At 10, we have what I like to call the one half of the "we assume you're best friends because you're Asian" crew, JJR. JJR had a little bit of a shaky period, I'd say, last quarter, but he's doing well, and he's doing well out of region. He's starting to whoop people at these locals that he goes to, where he beats up Corcus and then loses to Dunk. And Dunk is pretty good, I guess.
Right.
Dunk's pretty solid. It just, really positive records versus everyone at or near his level, I would say.
He just doesn't have any bad losses.
He really, his worst loss was probably our number 9, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is very good.
Which is really good, yes.
Yeah, JJR is just going to keep going up and up from here.
He definitely needs to go to more tournaments to give us more data.
Yeah, we've kind of lost a lot from school, which sucks.
Yeah, he's definitely another one of those players that if we had more data, we could definitely rank him higher. But
would be nice.
Yeah, we just don't have enough information on his matches. But
same with the following players.
Same with the next player. Same with the next player. We have so little data on this player. It seems that we can't even find a proper picture of him. Let's go to number 9.
We can only assume this is what he looks like.
Goose. We have Goose. Goose shot. Photo credits to the Palo Alto Children's Zoo for allowing us to use the likeness of.
You should have put a photo of Santi.
Yeah, so Goose has honestly just whooped everyone below his level, but he did lose to Russ's Ganon. So he's pretty high. Can't go that high. Always good to see the Santa Cruz transplant. He does live in Escondido.
His worst losses being his training partner Sabo, who is also ranked in Santa Barbara, and also myself was his other worst loss, which is not
and
terrible,
Yoshi.
but
Yoshi.
and Yoshi. Yes.
And he did lose to Yoshi.
That was Yoshi's breakout tournament. Really.
That was Yoshi's breakout
He'd
tournament.
always been good, but once he beat that guy,
where the whoopings have happened.
But otherwise, very solid player, but very well deserving of this rank.
And things have started to take a step up, I'd say. Our number 8 has differentiated himself. He's someone that other regions really do have to worry about, as long as he's not preoccupied with looking at pictures of women the whole time.
He has more data than every other player
He has
combined.
played somewhere upwards of
He's
500.
gone to every tournament.
400,
and played more
500
sets than
tournament
everyone.
sets.
This is ridiculous.
He has never slept in his life. He presses the most. He has pressed aggregately the most buttons of anyone in San Diego, partly because of his technical play and partly because he's played about 5,000 matches over the course of the last like 6 months.
At number 8, we have CG Tricle.
We have CG Trickleman with a few of his interests on the screen. So
Talk about it. Hey, yeah. Tell them what that is when we're right.
that's a thing.
That's the thing.
Thing that we're not allowed to talk about.
We can't reveal it until we've connected.
Definitely showing
Private
off
until connected.
private until connected, and that describes his play somehow. He has two breakout wins against East Coast Jeff. Does very well against Ricky, 2-5 comparatively. Has beaten Russ 5-1 on Yoshi. He makes L look like honestly just very bad. I would say in the matchup.
I think Trickle's better than L.
Yeah, Trickle's better than. Okay, this is too much.
Anyway, yeah. Well,
He
San Diego.
he beat
too out of control right now.
He beat Leland sandbagging Peach 3-0, which was pretty good, but I also give him 0 credit for that. He lost to me a couple times, but I guess that happens. So not a big deal.
Lost to me once too, which was pretty funny.
Fox Squad coming out at number 8 here. Good to see him. And now this is really past this, it gets scary from here, I would say. So number 7 is someone that I really wish we saw more.
For sure.
We
all love this guy very
Someone
much.
that was gracious enough to not be willingly remove himself from the PR last quarter.
Yep. He he is the oldest of schools, proud member of H2YL, I would say. Constant, I would almost say like rivals with Ken. In a very loose sense, the word rival.
The funny thing about his data is he has more matches against Trickleman than
anyone
all
else
his other
combined.
matches combined.
He is
Not a joke.
He is 7-3 versus Trickleman, and
he has 8 other players that he's played.
He's pretty much beaten everyone if they are not if they're not top 5.
Yeah.
If they're not top 5, he's beaten them. And a definite threat out of region. Did lose to Phase Roll, so we probably should have put Turok higher than him.
He lost to Gold Dart, notably.
He notably lost to Gold Dart in winners. Which did happen, and then a quick 3-0 in losers made us question exactly what was going on in the world.
At number 7 we have Rickety.
At number 7 we have Rickety.
Rickety Ram.
Rickety Ram. Wait, that's the picture we have. All right. No, that's a picture.
Climbing out of a very short.
Yeah, that's I'm not sure what it is, but we're you can't deny Rickety's power. In really any way.
Not a very intimidating photo.
If he comes in, he's unbelievably strong. We could be seeing a lot. We could be seeing a lot very soon from him. All right, at number 6 we have probably the man with the best Twitter game in San Diego. I would say Time Sync. You can eat it.
Is number 6 Time Sync?
Number 6. Okay.
Wait, did you predict that?
This man has beaten. This man has beaten East Coast Jeff twice in winners and then took some horrific beatings in grand finals. Jeff's quote on that was ha 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 ha. So, murdered Fox Squad pretty bad. He played Okami one time and did win 3-0. Press start, he turned some heads. He beat Sakasumoto. There was a lot of shit talking happening as well. I'm glad to see him mad in the chat. That's what we hope. We hope to inspire him to greater heights.
He needs to go to tournaments. He has the best results, but like none.
Yeah,
like,
he just really didn't show up to that many tournaments, as it were. But he really never lost to anybody bad. He
didn't lose to anybody.
It's a step up from really just.
And he beat really good players.
He beat some very good players.
The best players.
Yeah, out of region does well. He did lose to a Game & Watch, but that's not important. But Peter did make it out of pools of press start.
Number 6.
Number 6, we have
Peter the Killer.
Peter the Killer.
With some mad Twitter
Snapchat, screenshot of his Twitter.
So the thing is, these aren't my favorite tweets, but these are just like random tweets. It just shows you, his consistency, I'd say, with his Twitter game. Very good. A when the guy asks for a money match, the true sacred combo is a great one from him. He's got some very fun ones. All right, at number, it's hard to read. Get better at reading, I would say. I'll read you some other ones. Making fun of Ryo players. I don't know. Just follow him at NeroDero_.
Yeah. Just follow his Twitter.
You'll be able to
He's
see
in
this
the chat.
a lot more.
He can clarify for you.
Yeah, he is particularly mad right now.
All right.
Yep. All right. So at number 5 right now, that's nope. At number 5 right.
Oh no, you're right.
Yeah.
My mistake.
I'm always right. As it were. At number 5, we have a recent transplant to San Diego. He is the greatest guy ever, and he plays the worst character ever.
Best character, some might think.
I hear some shenanigans in the back.
This man is always smiling.
He is never not smiling.
Every time in the game, outside of the game, any point in life.
Currently smirking right now. Nope, there's the smile.
He's got a smile and a little slant to his head.
We've got him.
Times.
Very strong player. His worst losses are to myself and Zephyr, which is saying a lot.
Zephyr is...
He's defeated quite a few of the top 10 and top 5. He's put in a lot of work. And,
he's undefeated against Zach. Zach did not drop
1-0 against Zach.
Zach did not take a game off Lock this period. That is a thing that happened.
Number 4, we have Locke.
We have Locke. We're not sure how long we have him, but it's great to have him while we're here.
He comes in close for the pictures, frowns for like a quarter of a second, smiles, and walks away.
Yep. Good job, Locke. Very proud of you. Face roll currently with the Twitter game week right now is spelling Neuroduro's Twitter handle wrong. Okay, at number 4, we've always been waiting for this player to assert himself. You know, the strategy that I tell my family how to fight this guy, you know, I just say, make sure he doesn't get in. Because if he gets in, you can't get him out of the area. You need to stop him before he starts.
But it's so hard to stop.
It is, but it's very impossible to stop this man from entering the area. He's probably got some of the funniest stories in San Diego Melee, notably double Warlock kicking Goose to win a set and then just saying, nice. Got him. For his sandbag character. He also made Tra, the best player in Vegas, go home and tell people he lost to a guy whose name was DJ DP. Which was a real showman, very silly man. He beat East Coast Jeff very solidly the last time they played. And for that and many other accomplishments, we hope to see a lot more from him. We have at number 4, the unstoppable, inimitable Russ in that
general
area. Fun fact, none of us knew this picture existed until about 2 days later, where we found it on a news channel.
It was me.
It was Leland.
It was Leland.
Leland doesn't actually remember taking this picture either.
We truly have no idea exactly how he does what he does. He's currently training with Lord up in NorCal. He's training with his roots right now.
He's on his way back right now.
And we'll see what
we might see him later.
We'll see what he does. It's terrifying. All right, now it's time for the big bonanza. This is the top 3 in San Diego. These 3 have separated themselves, I'd say. All of them, I'd say, very reasonable threats outside of region. I'd love to keep seeing more and more and
Definitely.
more. Our next 2, very close between them.
Super hard.
This is really hard to.
This boiled down to like really specific head-to-head matches.
Yeah, and then head-to-head matches versus Okami specifically. I'll say, okay, spoilers, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, one of them had very strong results out of region. One of them didn't ever go to anything out of region. There was a lot of debate between this one, but we're very proud of these players, and we want to see what they can do at EVO if Zach is even going.
Yeah.
But at number 3, we have
East
Coast Jeff. The man, the meme, the legend. I learned that actually one of Jeff's hobbies is voice work. He actually does the voice for, in Super Mario 64, he does the voice for Bowser. They just slowed it down a little bit. They recorded his laugh, and they put it into the game. I didn't know that. That was pretty fun.
So yeah, when you die in Super Mario, that's Jeff's laugh. It's not Bowser.
Yeah. Always
Too bad.
Jeff, you know, Jeff's Twitch reactions, he's just unstoppable. Eltro has commented so many times on all of his Facebook pictures that I'm sure his girlfriend has filed some sort of restraining motion in some sense. So props to that.
Hey, there's Eltro.
That was very good. He went to press start. He beat Luigi Kid J666, Sakasumoto, Cool Hat, Face Roll was lost at Mayhem. He did lose to Hacks Money, which is very unfortunate because we think Jeff is better than him. We also think Jeff is better than Leffen. We sent tweets to Leffen saying, this man will beat you at press start. Leffen had no idea what happened. So look for him to fight PC Chris, which is a really interesting region name matchup, I would say. We have PC Chris versus East Coast Jeff.
Portchester Chris versus East Coast Jeff. That's
so if anyone,
PC, random name.
You know, larger regions means that he's
East Coast is much bigger than Portchester, and Jeff is kind of, they're both equally possibly as cool. So look for a big upset. I'll be very proud to see him do it. So congrats to him on number 3. He does have a positive record versus Zach, but Zach had a much better record versus Okami, and that's kind of what it came down to.
So yeah, let's just go to the number 2. These two. So the number 2 and number 3 we were discussing. Zach and East Coast Jeff. These two guys. Yeah, let's go. These two guys are very, very close. This was a very tough call here. This really was very interchangeable. These two guys were very strong this quarter. And really what separated him was Zach's performance against the number 1 player here, which we will reveal in a second.
Yeah. He was 5-5 versus Okami BW this period, which is really nothing to shake your hands at all. It's
a lot of games to be like even with.
It really is, and someone that strong. I mean, that's 10 sets you played, and you took half of them. And the question really is, what can he do to SoCal, and what can he do to the world as a whole? And this is the question we really don't know. We'd love to see a lot.
Join the mayhem.
He could get 5th. He could get 100, and he could get 155th. We don't know. We have no idea how he'll do, and when that happens, it'll be very excited, and we'll have more data on him, which will be cool.
Yeah, so we did put him here because he is undefeated versus Trickleman, undefeated versus Russell, undefeated versus Rickety in one set. But he did lose the match to Yoshi, which we believe he wasn't using some low tier character or something, which he tends to do at times.
Which he did versus TP Fox, so that's why this didn't count.
Right, but yeah, so that was actually very good on Yoshi's part. So.
As San Diego travels more, we'd love to see him out. San Diego finally starting to travel and show people their worth. It's hilarious to me that we sent someone who is top 15, not top 10 up to NorCal, and everyone's just freaking out. And so we'd love to see more from everyone in San Diego along those realms. Okay, so this brings us to number 1. Number one. Right now, probably the uncontested strongest player in San Diego, I'd say. Definitely. By far. Ranked unfairly low in SoCal. We think they're idiots for that, but we understand why. He didn't end up in SoCal. He ended up catching a bit of the San Diego curse and not making it to as many tournaments as he could have. But I mean, his reputation precedes itself. Wins over SUJ and Fiction at press start. Really not much more to say.
Yeah, that's amazing.
He defeated S2J the Legend. That's impressive. He's
absolutely did.
And he's defeated so many good players in the past. He's just overall just been a very, very strong player, and including this quarter. His losses to some of these
secondaries, and he really still beats everybody.
Yeah, he goes some secondaries, he goes mid tiers, he does whatever. He's very good with every character in the game.
I've seen him play checkers a game.
Yeah, and his losses to some of these players are really not saying anything about his skill level. It's just saying, we're seeing just a lot of huge improvement, from the other players. And, he's still, we very strongly believe that he deserves this number 1 spot. So
Okami
congratulations to Okami.
BW, that is our number 1 player right now.
Number 1 player in San Diego,
for
Quarter 2 2015 Power.
Woo! Yeah! All right, so it was a good
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations. Thanks for sticking with us. All right, let's start the tournament.
Yeah.
Last stock.
Do not leave the stream. Come watch the tournament.
Come watch me lose. It's going to be really,
Jake hasn't warmed up. He's going to get really mad.
It's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Oh, hi, Rickety.
All right.
Hi, Rickety.
All right.